Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we have a writing check. Again, we have an IELTS writing task 2 essay. So let's have a look at the question. As always, we start by reading the question, analysing the question, trying to make sure that we understand what exactly we need to do in this task and how we are going to structure the task. So let's take a look. Some people think that the increase in international travel, so that's the main theme, the increase in international travel has a negative impact on the environment. Okay, so the more international travel there is, the worse it is for the environment. And should be restricted. Okay, is that 2 points or 1 point? Okay, I guess. So the idea is that we should restrict, make it more difficult for people to travel internationally because it has a bad impact on the environment. And the question, to what extent do you agree or disagree? So of course, you have three possibilities here. You can agree with this idea. Possibility number 2, you can disagree with this idea. And possibility number 3 is that you can take the middle position where you partially agree, partially disagree. I always think in these questions, to what extent do you agree or disagree? Make your life easier, make the examiner's life easier. Just pick a side, agree with it or disagree. And so if we take that approach, then a 4-paragraph approach is probably the best. In the introduction, we want to give some, I like background information about the subject, so something about international travel, some background information about international travel, about, how it's become popular thanks to a globalized world or increased tourism or things like this. A reference to the question or the issue, meaning, negative impact on the environment. And this idea that some people are calling for restrictions, that some people believe that, governments or organizations should be doing more to try to lower the amount of international travel that exists. And then I want to know in the introduction if you agree or disagree with this idea. I don't need to know why in the introduction. I just need to know your position, whether you agree or disagree. I don't need your reasons why. Save those reasons for the body paragraphs. So if you agree with this idea that the international travel should be restricted, body paragraph 1, reason 1 why you think it should be restricted under development. And then body paragraph 2, the second reason why it should be restricted and development. And then in the conclusion, some summary of your main ideas, and I think here a reflective comment. I always like these reflective comments, something like, so governments should think seriously, or so people should blah blah blah, should organize and make sure that the government recognizes that this is a serious problem, something like this. Some reflective comment, bit of advice, or stressing why something is important. So let's see if this is what we get from our candidate. Let's take a look at the candidate's writing. First thing I want to check, as always, is the balance. Do we have 4 paragraphs? And body paragraph 3 is short. Let's check the overall word count first of all. The overall word count seems okay. It looks like it's about, 260, 270 words. Yep, 270 on the money. I just want to check the number of words in this body paragraph. What is it, 75, 60? 49 words in a body paragraph. Your introduction has 68 words. Your conclusion has 47 words. So your conclusion is the same length as your second body paragraph. Your introduction is longer than one of your body paragraphs. So first bit of advice, without reading one word of your response, first bit of advice is you have to get the balance of the essay right. You want, well, I don't think we should give exact numbers, but approximately maybe 20%, 30%, 30%, 20%, 30, 60, 80, 100, that kind of works. In short, your introduction and your conclusion should be about the same length. Your body paragraphs should be the same length as each other, but your body paragraphs should always be longer than your introduction and your conclusion. So yeah, without reading a word of your essay, that's one thing that you could do to improve. Nice, simple thing to improve. Sorry. But okay, let's have a look at what the candidate has written. Excuse me. So in the modern world, international travel has grown significantly every year. Okay, cool. We have background information about the subject. I'm not sure about this has grown. Why in the modern world, which seems like nowadays, has grown every year? So it seems just a little bit strange with this present perfect. Is growing, or in recent times has been growing. In the modern world, international travel maybe has been, yeah, I think this present perfect just sounds a bit strange, but significantly, grown significantly, cool, that's good language. Some people believe that it harms the environment and should be restricted. Cool, maybe, harm the environment, that's a good paraphrase. Should be restricted, yeah, maybe that should be restricted. Maybe it could be paraphrased, but okay, I'm not too worried about that. I agree that, okay, so we're very fast in there. I agree that there are some environmental issues. Okay, the task doesn't ask you to agree whether there are environmental issues, right? Are there environmental issues? Yes, I agree that there are some environmental issues. That's not what the task asks you to do. The task asks you whether international travel should be restricted because of its claimed negative impacts on the environment. So that's a pretty weak sentence there, and it's kind of an important one. Okay, I like this punctuation, semicolon, however, comma, good. However, they cannot be easily solved in the next few years. Okay, so what? Why is this relevant? They can't be solved in the next few years. The question doesn't give any time scale. The question doesn't say, in order to fix the environment in the next few years, we need to do this. So I don't know why you're focused on the next few years. It just seems you've invented this as a factor. So okay, a little bit of weakness with stating the position. This essay will discuss problems such as what. Whoa. This essay will discuss problems. Your task, the essay doesn't want you to discuss environmental problems. The question wants you to show if you agree or disagree with the idea that international travel should be restricted because of the negative impact on the environment. It doesn't want you to discuss water overuse. Now, some of that could be, you could include some of those things as part of your agreement or disagreement, but the task doesn't want you to discuss problems such as water overuse, recycling issues, and tourism. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, this essay will discuss problems such as water overuse, recycling issues, and how tourism has positive effects. So you're saying that tourism has positive effects is a problem. So maybe it's the punctuation here. Discuss problems such as water overuse and recycling issues, maybe semicolon, and I will also speak about the positive effect. So according to your writing, you're saying that tourism has positive effects is a problem. So all of this, I think, is kind of problematic. So the introduction is a little bit sloppy. It's not very clear. You're a little bit off topic. You're mentioning, I don't know, what water overuse. I don't know. So I don't see, and I don't really see your position here. I can't see if you agree or disagree with the idea that international travel should be restricted. That's the question you have to keep in mind when you're writing this essay. Should international travel be restricted to save the environment? Yes or no? And we don't get that here. Okay, so I don't know what logically I should expect from body paragraph 1. Maybe problems such as water overuse, recycling issues. Maybe you're taking the middle position that yes, there are problems, but tourism also has positive effects. Maybe that's your goal. And so if that is your goal, I would expect in body paragraph 1 to see problems such as water overuse and recycling issues, how that is connected to international travel, and why that could be a justification for the restriction of international travel. Let's see if that's what we get. Initially, not sure about this initially. You know, it's not always the same as like firstly. One significant environmental issue caused by increased international travel is carbon emissions. You This essay will discuss problems such as water overuse and recycling issues. And now you're talking about carbon emissions. So where did that come from? That wasn't introduced there, but okay. I agree, it is a problem, certainly. And I would mention that, you know, maybe in the introduction, instead of water overuse or recycling issues. But okay, let's get through this. From airplanes. Okay, good as a topic sentence. It's just not connected to what you've mentioned here, but as a topic sentence for the paragraph, you know, fine. Air travel is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, comma, which accelerates global warming. Okay, this is good. This is nice. That's a nice sentence. Unfortunately, finding solutions is challenging as developing alternative modes of travel such as electric airplanes will take time. Okay, but we still haven't touched on this key issue, which is the restriction of international travel. Moreover, tourism can contribute to water shortages due to the high water demand in hotels. Is that true? Is that really the problem? Is that really the damage that international tourism, international travel does to the environment, that people stay in hotels that have high water demands? I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I've never heard of that. Where towels and linens are washed daily. Okay, I know there is an issue with towels. I know many hotels, you know, they try to fix that. But I don't know why necessarily that's a problem for international travel. Maybe. Okay. Not sure about linens either. Linen usually as an uncountable noun are washed daily. In the future, many countries may face water scarcity due to tourism's demand for water resources. I don't think that's the most pressing, urgent problem with the environment, is it? Additionally, increased tourism generates a substantial amount of waste, including plastic and other non-biodegradable waste. Okay, good. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about how international travel leads to increased waste with plastic and other non-biodegradable waste. This is, you know, good language. Non-biodegradable waste. Ooh, very nice vocab. Uh-huh. It destroys ecosystems and endangers wildlife. So you're just saying that. But again, development could be good. So you have many, many, many ideas here. And I wish you would just focus on one of them. Because, you know, you're trying to focus on greenhouse gas emissions. Then you're talking about how it's difficult to find an alternative. Then you're talking about water shortages. Then you're talking about plastic and other non-biodegradable waste. So you have 4 ideas in one paragraph, and it's just too, yeah, you can't give any of these 4 points the attention that they deserve, the development that they need. So Okay, decent language in body paragraph 1, but again, there isn't really anything about any mention of this possible restriction, which is important. That's the task. Should international travel be restricted? You don't talk about that. You just talk about the problems that are caused by international travel. Okay. On the other hand, international travel brings significant cultural, economic, and social benefits. Okay, again, a good topic sentence. You're saying that there are benefits, but that's not what the question wants you to do. The question doesn't want you to talk about the benefits. I mean, maybe unless you say we shouldn't restrict international travel because the benefits of international travel are so important that we would lose more by restricting it. And then you could talk about the benefits, but you have to set it up, and you haven't set it up here. Tourists contribute to the country's economy and local stores. It seems a strange mix. The country's economy, one, and local stores, two. Just seems like a strange mix there, such as bakeries and groceries. This is okay, you're giving an example, but we don't need examples of local stores. Moreover, tourism creates various job opportunities. Okay, that's true, especially tourism guides, tour guides, not tourism guides, but tour guides. Tour guides, hotel isn't a job opportunity. In hotels you could, and translators. It's true. Furthermore, okay, a little bit mechanical with that development. Okay, local people learn about various cultures, promoting cultural exchange. Again, it feels empty in terms of ideas. You're trying to do too much. And again, the biggest problem with this body paragraph, there is no reference at all to this question: should we restrict? Should we restrict international travel to save the environment? There's no reference to that question. Yes, we should restrict it. No, we shouldn't restrict it. So you have to keep that question in mind at all times. In conclusion, while international travel does pose environmental problems, there are many positive effects for local people and countries. Okay, fine. I think these problems can be solved with technological advancements. Okay, but the question isn't how can we solve this problem? The question is, should we restrict international travel? I know I'm repeating myself here. Should we restrict international travel? But you need to hear this. And this is what you should be doing when you're writing your essay. You should be asking yourself always, should we restrict international travel? Should we restrict international travel? Yes or no, and why? Yes, we should restrict international travel. No, we shouldn't restrict international travel. But that question isn't in your mind when you're writing this. You're writing a question like, what are the advantages and disadvantages of international travel? Which isn't the question. Okay. If they choose, who is they? Who is they here? If they choose to use more environmentally friendly fuel in travel, pollution in the environment would be minimal. I don't know who they is. But okay. So, shouldn't be too difficult. Task response, I'm going to give a 5. Maybe I even want to give a 4 here. But I'm going to give a 5. I mean, I am informed about the candidate's position. He's just off topic, or not sure if it's male or female. The candidate is just off topic too much. I could be really harsh and award the 4, but no, it is enough on topic. I mean, at least you are dealing with environmental issues. You are talking about international travel, environmental issues, but that key question just isn't resolved. Lexical resource, I definitely think you have enough for a 7. I think there are some problems there, but we do get things like cultural exchange, non-biodegradable waste can contribute to water shortages. There's a lot of really topic specific vocab in there. So for me, enough for the C1 for lexical resource. Grammatical range and accuracy. I just want to take another look at this. Yeah, we do have a variety of simple and complex sentences. Fine. Structures, looking for structures. Okay, finding solutions is challenging. Gerund subject, that's fairly complex structure. Kind of a washed daily. We got some passive. May face water. Cool. We have hedging modals. Increased tourism, we get a nice participle adjective, generates a substantial amount of waste, amount of plus uncountable noun. I think probably enough GRA for the 7 there too. Oh, I forgot to put fluency and coherence, coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion, some part, there was that one paragraph where it's like, on the other hand, moreover, furthermore, I guess it's okay. It may be a little bit mechanical. Lots of good signposting language, some relative clauses with where and with which. Again, we get some moreover. Don't really like this initially, but the balance, we get 4 paragraphs. There is kind of a logical flow. I think there might be, I think there is enough for a 7 there too. So yeah, overall, I'm going to award this a score of 6.5. Key takeaway, your language is great. Your English is great, fantastic, wonderful. You know what an essay looks like, great. You know how to link, you know how to create a paragraph structure. 2 things, make sure your body paragraphs are longer than your introduction and conclusion. And secondly, don't focus on so many different ideas. Try to have one paragraph focusing on one main idea. There could be a secondary additional idea to support it, but a main idea. But of course, the most important thing for you to take into consideration is you have to answer the question. You have to spend more time reading that question, understanding what is required of you as a candidate, because you are not dealing with the question here. So your English level, great. Your English level is at C1, your vocab is at C1, your coherence and cohesion is at C1, your grammar is at C1, but you have to answer the question. So yeah, for me, 6.5. Might an examiner give it a score of 4 for task response? Possibly. I doubt it. So yeah, for me, 6.5 overall. Yeah, 6.5. Yeah, I guess I will leave that there. If you have any comments, if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said in this video, please do let me know below. Also, if you would like me to check your IELTS writing, you can request this on my Telegram chat. Also, I do free IELTS speaking tests with lots of feedback, all for free. But you have to join the Telegram channel to put in your request. So each week, 3 candidates are selected for speaking tests, 3 candidates are selected for writing checks. And as I mentioned, all of this is for free. But I try to make it fair, and everyone has to request this equally in the Telegram chat, and then 3 are selected at random each week. So if that is interesting for you, then join the Telegram chat, put in your request, and you might get lucky. But I will leave it there for now. More videos coming very soon, but have a wonderful day and see you all soon. Bye-bye.